Hi, it's Meredith. So a lot of times people ask me, what happens when you come over and we have a seller's consultation? And that's simple. So I wanted to talk about that and kind of give you an overview of how that meeting looks and what we discuss. So first off, it lets me see the house. I can look up all the comps, I can know the neighborhood and the floor plan and all of that, but really seeing inside the house and understanding what upgrades you have and what the lighting looks like, all of that really helps me determine a few things: how to price it, how to position it, and what things we need to do prior to sale. So that's one of the first things that I like to see. We are also going to talk about price. So I've seen the house, I've gone over the comps with you, and we're going to discuss what's the best price for us to sell your house at. We will also talk about things like repairs and maybe upgrades that we might need to do prior to listing the house, or that we could expect to need to take care of during escrow, like termite work, things like that. If there's painting that needs to be done, and I can help you with giving you vendors and all of that information as well. We are also going to talk timing. So we're going to break out my calendar. We're going to talk about what works for you, what your timing goals are, and then talk about how that works with the marketplace and what we can expect. We're going to talk about marketing. So what are the things that I'm going to do to market your property so that we can sell it quickly and for the most amount of money? And if you're buying, we're also going to talk about what that's going to look like. What kind of home are you looking for? Where do you want it? What are the things that are really important to you in this new home? And we're also going to talk about how do we bridge that gap between selling one house and buying another house and only having to move once. That's the goal, right? Moving is not fun. so we want to make sure that you can get in that house with the least amount of stress and hassle as possible. So we'll talk about ways in which we can do that. And we'll also kind of go over the process. So what does that process look like? Even if you've already purchased or sold a house before, things change. And a lot of times you did it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe more than 20 years ago, and you don't really remember what that looked like. So we'll talk about that process, what the current, process is, what the timing is, and all of that, so that you can understand what's going to happen in the next weeks and months. And we'll decide if we're a good fit. Sometimes it's just not the right fit, right? There's a lid for every pot, I always say. We're trying to find houses, and I think the same is true with agents and clients as well. Sometimes you're not the right fit, but hopefully once we meet and talk, we decide we are a good fit, and then we talk about what our next steps are. So you'll leave that meeting and I'll leave that meeting, and we'll know what our next things are that we need to get done in order to get you on to your goal. So I hope that helps. If you have other questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I'm happy to help. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.